taking a look at the Boston-Miami series, we're going to appreciate the adjustments that Miami did in the second half to allow them to win that game one. What I really appreciate is the attention to detail that Miami has, them just playing and understanding what they have to do defensively to get teams out of their rhythm. And we know that rhythm is big in basketball. And I'll go into more detail on what rhythm is. So you will notice that if I'm Miami going into this game, I'm thinking about how am I going to not let Jason Tatum beat me. Jason Tatum is, we know how prolific of a scorer he is. We know how dangerous he gets. When he's able to get to that paint, he's able to find shooters at 6'7", 6'8". It's easy for him to make that pass over the top and make those reads. So how do you affect Jason Tatum's game? And ultimately, how do you make somebody else have to beat you? So you'll notice that Boston will start Jason Tatum away from the basketball a lot of the time. And this is the first possession of the game. Okay? And Jason Tatum is going to get to the middle of the paint and make this kick out to Grant Williams, and he's going to shoot because as he attacks a closeout. Now you ask why. Why do we not just give the ball to our best player to start off the possession? Why are we starting Jason Tatum away from the basketball? In the NBA, teams are very good defensively. Teams are very good with their defensive principles. And you'll notice that when the ball is on the first side, everybody's loaded up to the ball. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Jason Tatum to catch the ball with bodies moving to make it a little bit easier for him to score the ball, right? Because with momentum, he's able to now use momentum against the defender and be able to get downhill and score. And you're going to be seeing it in a couple of these possessions. Grant Williams going to hit. He's been having an amazing series. Here's another one. We got Tatum going away. We know Tatum likes to come back with his right hand, right? So same concept that we're talking about. We got 5 bodies in the paint. We shrink the floor. Everybody's loaded up to the ball. So now Jaylen Brown has to make a decision. So now with the off-ball action, what we do now is we create momentum. And now Jason Tatum is able to use that and he's able to get downhill and score. Okay? So a lot of benefits that we could have by having our best players start off the ball. A lot of benefits. Here, same concept. We're just moving without the basketball. We know Jason Tatum's going to get the ball at the end of a shot clock. We know he's really great in isolation. But can we create some easy buckets for him on the move? And that's what Boston has done. Bodies are moving. We got a screen. He's attacking a closeout. Too big, too strong. He's going to finish at the rim. Okay? Now, with the ball over here, you'll notice that we have to crowd the floor. If we're Miami, we have to crowd the floor. We have to make him see bodies, right? Because we know that if Jason Tatum gets to that spot where he could just dribble down and not affect his rhythm, and you guys remember I talked about rhythm. Here, he's too comfortable. He's getting in his bag. He's getting downhill. Tyler Hero kind of stunts at the ball, but he's not in a position that's going to affect Jason Tatum getting to him. So the more that I'm seeing basketball, the more that I'm starting to understand that it's really important to know which spots we're guarding. Tyler Hero has to be here. Jason Tatum has to be able to see bodies. He stunts at the ball, but not enough. And Tatum is a great player. Tatum's going to finish that shot. Now, here are 2 things that I think are going to hurt Miami in this series, okay? If you're a team like Miami, you hang your hat on your defense, okay? If you take bad shots, that doesn't allow you to go back and get matched up. Now, Tyler Hero is going to take a shot here, a contested shot, 7 seconds on the shot clock, and now we're off to the races. And now you can see Tatum pushes the break, so now we have odd numbers. We're not set. We're not playing versus a set defense. Everybody's scrambling. You can see Bam is pointing. We're not set. Early pick and roll, confusion in the defense. We're going to finish at the rim because our defense is not set. So Miami has to find ways to set up, to have their defense set. Here's another one that I think is going to be a little bit of an issue. What we have to see as well is, with Miami being a smaller team, right? One thing that's going to hurt him as well is Robert Williams. when you play against smaller teams, a team that has a great offensive rebounder, when you switch, can kind of give you problems at the rim. And this is what we're going to see over here. Yes, we have Bam over here, but if our guards are not able to contain the dribble penetration, what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen is our big has to come out and help a little bit, but offensive rebound is going to be it has to be a point of emphasis for Boston. So here we have an example of everything combined, right? So Jason Tatum's gonna get a screen, boom, boom. We're gonna switch and we're gonna have Bam on Jason Tatum. Now, if I'm a coach, I'm like, okay, Jason Tatum could Bam Adebayo can guard him out here. But what that does as well is that puts a lot of pressure on my guards right here to have to rebound the basketball. Like, yes, we could contain this matchup over here, but now who's going to grab these offensive rebounds? Naismith grabs one. Ball's going to go back to Jason Tatum. Another contest by Bam. Another offensive rebound, right? And who's going to block the shots? Right? So the switching was great for Miami in the previous series, but it's becoming a little bit trickier now when you have a team that has 5 guys that are able to make plays on the court. Okay? So now, how do we adjust? Now, if we're Miami now, we're in the third quarter now. How do we adjust to getting Boston out of rhythm? What Miami did in the third quarter is that they started picking up full court. Okay? And you ask yourself, why? Why are we picking up full court? Because now, when we cross half court and we're ready to set up our offense, we have 16 seconds. So now, the offensive team doesn't have as much rhythm as they would like, because now they got to play with a short clock. Jason Tatum's going to settle for a 3 right here. Positive possession for Miami. Again, ball's over here. We're going to inbound. Yup, we're picking up all the way full court. Going to make these guys play with a shorter clock. Right? So now we got Derek White. He's going to give it to Robert Williams. Going to have this little, and Jason Tatum's coming out of it. Cool. We're making Jason Tatum. We're crowding. We're taking away his space. But now what happens is we shrink the floor. We make sure we're in position to help. Boom. We contest. PJ Tucker's going to do a great job of stunting and recovering back on the center. Great possession. Everybody's there to help. We're playing great team defense right now. Okay, now here's another one. We talked about shrinking the floor. Jason Tatum's going to come off that same down screen. This one's a double. What PJ Tucker's going to do is PJ Tucker's going to send it back to this side. Why are you sending it back to this side, PJ Tucker? Well, now we're forcing Jason Tatum to have to play in an area where we have 6 players already. And now Jimmy Butler's helping on this roll. Boom, PJ Tucker rotates, switch. We active hands, we're pushing, we're gone, okay? And again, we're talking about rhythm. Jason Tatum's a player that loves to try to get his little rhythm with his handle. We got PJ stunting at the ball here. For somebody else, we're rotating. For somebody else to have to get you, we got our help at the rim. And now we're not going to put ourselves in too many closeout situations, because now action happened. Bam is going to switch on Jaylen Brown, right? The ball's going to go to Jaylen Brown, okay? And now what is Miami doing? We're going to trust that our 6'10" big is able to guard a guard and rotate and be able to challenge a shot at the rim. So everybody else on Miami, we're going to stay home and we're going to trust our matchup one-on-one. And here he makes a great play. He's going to block that ball. So now last one over here. We're going to set this screen. We got Tatum. Again, our help is over here. We're shrinking the floor. Make somebody else beat us. We're tagging our rollers so the big can't roll to the basket too easily. We got our hands. Tatum is seeing a body. We're here. We have somebody at the elbow. We're going to get the strip. We're going to have active hands. We're going to push. That's a dunk on the other end. So great adjustment by Miami. Miami pushed this game. They went on a 22-2 run. It's going to be a great series.